Yo, this is the one where I throw it. Headshot, bitch! Okay, well that one was supposed to be. The Dark Pictures of Anthology. What a fun little episodic-like series of games this has been. Man of Men was okay. Little Hope was good. House of Ashes, well, let's find out. This is the Dark Pictures of Anthology, House of Ashes. Don't go away. So, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say this is one of my favorite ongoing series of games right now. Mostly because of how kind of cool and unique it is. It really is set up like a TV show. When you finish House of Ashes, you get a setup for the next game, Devil in Me, and it's called the Season 1 Finale. And I never think of games as like a season finale. It's just so weird to think about. Man of Men came in originally to me as a Until Dawn sequel. It didn't deliver because Until Dawn held a high bar. In Little Hope, the bar was delivered. It was good. And in House of Ashes, I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite co-op games I've ever played. Like, this was seriously a fun time. You're thrown into this Egyptian setting, which I was really hyped for. When I got the trailer at the end of Little Hope for House of Ashes, I was like, yo, AK-47s? Assault rifles in Egyptian settings? What are we going to be facing? The main important thing was, hey, let's have an enemy that isn't, like, made up. Because in Man of Men and Little Hope, all of the antagonist stuff was in the person's head. Luckily, that's not the case for House of Ashes. The enemy is very, very much alive. Oh, God. Oh, it finally emerged from the water. For all the good that this game does do, it does have a bit of a slow start. You don't initially start out in the Egyptian setting. It is essential for character building because that's really when you figure out, oh, these are what the characters are, this is a little bit of the backstory, this is a little bit why they're here, and it just is a bit of a slow start. Like, the first hour of this game will feel like a bit of a mudslog. But I did say that the beginning is for the characters, and I do say the characters in this game are 80% good. Okay, yes, me and my friend had one of the main guys die very early, so I can't say too much on him. He could have had a crazy arc, but I guess I'll never figure that one out. But Rachel's a good character, Nick is a good character, but Jason is like the coolest guy in this game by far. Like, he was not the leader of this team, but damn, he should have been the leader of this team the whole time.
I like baseball boy Cap's accent.
You know what? I'm going freaking.
Stop being such a pussy. Yeah, some bad shit is going down. You know, we're bad. We're Marines. Screw these freaks. All we know they could be.
That's funny.
On the story side, I will say it originally felt like a bit of a cliche, like, oh, we're gonna go underground and then we're gonna get stuck there and there's gonna be monsters in there that hate sunlight, and it's gonna be like, oh no, it's every Descent type movie you've ever seen. And that's what it was for about 8% of the game. But then it really hooked me. I was so intrigued in the final 20%. I wanted to know so much more. I usually don't read too much of the notes that are around games, which is why I always vouch for audio logs instead of notes. But once you enter the area where it looks like you're walking into a weird Star Trek, Star Wars spaceship type shit, that's when it's like, yo, okay, what is really going on here? And I wanted to read every single note 2-3 times because I was so intrigued. There was like this weird musical like thing that I thought you could control with. I thought you could control the enemies with. It was so good. The actual story itself is actually a well-written and well-thought-out story. The best way I could describe this is if I just let the game developers do it themselves. So take a look to this behind the scenes.
Our vampire is actually an alien parasite. It invades a host body. The creatures that you see in House of Ashes, the winged demonic creatures, were actually once a intelligent race of cosmic nomads traveling through the stars on this big generation ship.
One thing I wish that the Dark Pictures of Anthology would do is let the curator be a bigger part of the game. Like, you know how in Until Dawn, when the therapist curator dude would ask you questions of which do you think is scarier and whatnot, and he would base that decision in game of what would happen? The curator plays no part other than just being a talking menu. Which, yes, talking menu, good. Very unique there. Detroit Become Human did it, and it was amazing. I do commend them for that. But what if you could take it a step further and really cement yourself as, like, Game of the Year candidate, honestly? The curator should be playing a bit of a bigger role. Under presentation, I don't think I'll stay on this one too long. I will say the game looks amazing. This is on base PS4. It doesn't look as hot as it did IRL because I exported this off Twitch. But the lighting, the character models, the cutscenes, the in-game gameplay it's so good looking.
Yeah, we should be able to carry that.
We all have.
Yeah, that thing does not look like it's out of gas.
Music wise, it's tough to do. It's tough to judge music in a horror game because a lot of the time it isn't there. A lot of developers always go for the atmospheric, no noise sort of scariness. But from time to time, I will say I did catch a few good scores in there, I think.
I love the music right now.
Big clickers.
We can get through this, but only together.
Who's that on? Who's not dead?
We react to sound like bats.
Voice acting and mocap has been something that the Until Dawn, Mad of Med, and Little Hope has been quote-unquote iconic / famous for, in my view. Whenever I think of good mocap and good in-game mocap, I think of this series. Voice acting can be a little wary from time to time. I don't think of the Dark Pictures of Anthology as having the best voice acting in gaming history, but with the quality of the presentation that these games put out, it has become a standard, and that is pretty impressive. Well, so what are my overall thoughts on the game? Well, for overall impact, I gotta say, in my last review, I talked about how I wished that Little Hope would have added something extra for the QTEs, quick time events. They didn't, and they didn't do it in House of Ashes either. You were still stuck with the click triangle in 1 second, or click O in 1 second, or click X in 1 second, or spam square or spam O, or the heartbeat sensor. Those are good, yes, but what if we took the motion sensor part aspect of where you have to stay still from Until Dawn and put it into the Dark Pictures of Anthology? That would be cool. I just think that they could be probably a little bit more creative with their QTEs. Now, coming up on my biggest note, looking at my paper here, the note that I have in the largest cap size letters is, this game has a relentless pace. Once you get into the caverns, it's my favorite thing about this game. The pace is non-stop.
This guy's just okay. Survive the assault. All right.
Okay. At least we got extra guns in the form of this guy. You believe us now, bro? Oh yeah, he believes now. No!
No, I'm not trying to die yet. No, he's.
What the fuck?
What
Yo.
the
Oh, it's
Who
this.
the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is what I saw. Yeah, okay. It's not 100% non-stop. There are moments where characters do get to talk a bit, and there are a lot of cutscenes in this game. But a lot of those cutscenes involve running. And playing solo, I could see the relentless pace not having that big of an impact, but when you're playing with a friend, or even better, I could see how good this game would do if you have a group of friends, at your couch, playing the game on the TV. This game would be such a hit. This game is pure fun, pure relentlessness. It is the closest game I've seen to copying a movie style, just edge of your seat feeling.
Don't die. I swear if I get gassed and I die right here. No!
Oh shit!
I'm dead.
Yo, no.
Dead.
We got we have so many other people we could help right now. Yo, one of the guys gotta look at it. Salim's gonna see this. I dropped my mag. Okay. Gotta snipe that good.
Holy shit, Salim didn't work.
I'm fucking popping off right now, man.
The chick's still using a pistol.
Yeah. What?
Holy fuck.
P20. Oh, which one? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take it out.
Gotta protect myself first. What the fuck is she getting?
Dude, it was either me or her, and her husband's dead, so she's like half dead.
Uh-oh.
Dude, this is a bloodbath.
And overall, I love this game. This is honestly one of the best co-op games I've ever played. And the relentless pace is a huge part of that, because you never get a second to think about, oh, maybe if I do this, it'll work over to this. It's like, no, you have 4 seconds to decide whether what you do impacts what your friend is doing, whether that will save him or harm him in the future, or if you should wait to do this now or later. And it's just, it's praises out to this game, honestly. The credit scene, by the way, I have to give props to again. How many of you out there skip the credit scene? Exactly. Everyone. The only games in which I don't skip credits is if I finish the game and I'm absolutely just like, it's a masterpiece. Like when I played BioShock Infinite or Life is Strange or The Last of Us for the first time, I didn't skip the cutscene because I had to digest what I just witnessed. And the only other times I don't skip cutscenes, the only other time I don't skip cutscenes, I'm done skipping cutscenes here, are you kidding me? The only other times I don't skip the credits is when I don't have to watch names on just go up and scroll. When there's something else to watch while the credits roll, that's what I'm interested in. Until Dawn did it extremely well, and House of Ashes pretty much copies that because you get to hear the story about what after, and it really makes your impact settle in. When they're talking about, oh, Eric died because he fell off the cliff and hit his back on a pole, it's like, oh shit, we did that. This whole end credit cutscene could have been different if the decisions were different. And that just makes it more impactful. But more importantly, it makes me watch the credits, which is impressive. Now, the biggest downgrade. Honestly, looking at the score for this game, it would have been even higher if it wasn't for the bugs, the glitches, freezing the game. I will be honest, thinking right now, when was the last time I played a game that I couldn't play because it was so broken? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's one that comes. This one. No joke. Me and my friend got to a part about an hour and a half in when I could not load into the game. It would just load forever. Infinite load. I got stuck in an infinite loading screen. We had to wait until a patch came in like 3 days later, and then we were able to play. And although I would absolutely love to just brush that aside and under the carpet about how good this game is, I have to put that into factor because that was hugely disappointing because I planned to play this game the whole night that night. And then I got an infinite loading screen and we tried everything from A to Z and nothing worked until the patch came out. So that is a factor. It is patched now. If you just pick a copy up now, you'll have most likely no problems. But I can't deny the fact that I got stuck in an infinite loading screen and had to wait to a patch. That's insane. So, with everything I've talked about, good and bad, taking a look at the numbers and boiling it down to the dark descent of the Egyptian caves, I have to give it a solid 9 out of 10. So that's it. House of Ashes is done. I am doing a second playthrough because games like this have a huge replayability factor. You could play through the exact same decisions and still have a new experience because you could just swap perspectives. You could start as somebody else and your friend starts as the other person, and I love that about these games. But it has been confirmed. I've seen the trailer. The Devil in Me, Dark Pictures of Anthology Season 1 finale, it's a TV show, guys, is coming, and it looks very good. It's about people stuck in a murderer's house, I believe. I'm not sure. I watched it like 2 days ago. Either way, I think it will be impressive. I think if I were to rank the first 3 games, they just keep getting better and better. Will The Devil in Me beat out House of Ashes? That's tough to say. We'll have to wait to find out. But for now, I'm your host, Single Player Entertainment, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Peace out.
We just lost like...
What the fuck? How do we get out of this place, man? They're going, we're fucking fighting our ass off for this, man. Oh, my AK! Holy
the-
shit. Wow, that was a lot. Dude, that I think Rachel's dead. But like yeah.
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half of that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.